Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about example 1 on IEEE 754 floating point representation under computer organization and architecture. So what we will learn today, steps to convert decimal number into IEEE 754 floating point number, and then we'll see one example on how to convert decimal number into IEEE 754 floating point number. So now we'll see there are two types of IEEE 754 floating point representation. One is single precision and one is double precision. Single precision is what? The number is represented using 32 bits, and double precision means what? Number is represented using 64 bits. Now 32 bits number is split into three parts. First bit is called as sign bit. Next 8 bits are called as exponent, and the remaining 23 bits are called as mantissa. So this way any number you can convert into IEEE 754 floating point representation in single precision format. Similarly, if you are using double precision, then you have to represent your number using 64 bits. Now 64 bits also is divided into three parts. First bit is reserved for sign bit. Next 11 bits are called as exponent, and the remaining 52 bits are called as mantissa. So inside your computer, either your number, decimal number which is in a floating point format, can be represented using 32-bit single precision or 64-bit double precision. So now we'll see the step-by-step procedure to solve IEEE 754 floating point representation. So given a decimal number, any number, how to convert that number into IEEE 754 floating point representation. Check the given decimal number first, and you have to see if the number is positive, then bit 0 will come into the sign bit part. That is, if the number is negative, here 1 will come, and if the number is positive, then here 0 will come. So 0 is used for representing number positive, and 1 is used for representing number is negative. So bit 0 will come into the sign bit part if the number is positive, and bit 1 will come into the sign bit part if the number is negative. Then convert the decimal number into binary. After converting the decimal number into binary, we have to normalize the binary number. Then you have to find the exponent by using the formula e minus 127 equal to e for single precision, and e minus 1023 equal to e for double precision. Now step 5 is to convert exponent value into binary and write it inside exponent part of the IEEE 754 floating point single precision or double precision format. Now step 6 is write the bits inside mantissa part of the IEEE 754 floating point single precision or double precision format from step 3. So using these steps, total 6 steps, we are going to solve one problem to convert decimal number into IEEE 754 floating point format. So now given decimal number is 12.5. Now I have to convert this decimal number 12.5 into IEEE 754 floating point format. So we'll start now. So first I'll make the three partitions. First partition is sign bit. Next partition is for exponent, and last is mantissa. So this is for sign. I'll write S. This is for exponent, and this is for mantissa. Okay. And we'll use the single precision format. So 32 bits. So here this is 1 bit. So exponent part will be of 8 bits and mantissa part will be of 23 bits. So total 32 bits. So now first we'll convert this 12.5 decimal number into binary. So first I'll convert 12, that is the integer part of the number, and then we'll solve the fractional part of the number separately. So first I'll convert only the integer part, that is 12, into the binary format. So 12, 2 6 are 12, here 0 will come, 2 3s are 6, here also 0 will come, 2 1s are 1, and here 1 will remain. So normal division you have to do, and you have to write the remainder over here. So read it in the reverse way. So this number is what? 12 is what? 1100. So now we got the integer part of the number in binary format. So similarly we have to convert the fractional part, that is number after decimal point, also into the binary format, that is this 5. So how to convert this 5 into binary? Just multiply by 2, because number 2 represents a binary number. Just multiply by 2. So 5 2s are 10. Here 1 remain. So take this 1 down. Then what will remain over here? 0.0 into 2. So here it will come 0. So if you continue further also, all the answers will be what? 0.0 only. So no point in continuing. So 0.5 you can represent it as a 1, 0. So this is a binary representation of 12.5 decimal number. Now we have to normalize this number. So how to normalize the number? Normalize means we have to keep only one bit before decimal and all the bits we have to shift to the right after the decimal point. Only one bit we have to keep it before decimal. Okay, now this is a decimal point I have drawn. Only one bit I can keep it before decimal and that bit has to be 1. I cannot keep over here 0. This is wrong. So I have to keep over here 1. Okay, so this 1 will remain over here and the rest all the bits I have to shift it to the right. So I am shifting these 3 bits 1 0 0 to the right and the whichever bits was there on the right 1 0 you write it as it is at the end. So how many bits I have shifted to after the decimal point? 3. So into 2 raised to 3 will come. And this 3 represents our E. So how many bits you have shifted to the right? No, that becomes your E value. So this is the normalized number now. So now we have to find the exponent value. Before exponent, we should know how to find the bias number. So to find the bias number is equal to 2 raised to, see the how many bits you can give for exponent. Total 8. So here 2 raised to 8 minus 1 minus 1. This is the formula for finding bias number. So 2 raised to 8 minus 1 is 7 minus 1. So 2 raised to 7 is 128 minus 1, that is 127 is our bias number. So now E minus bias number equal to E. So this is the formula for finding out value of this capital E, so that we can put the bits over here inside the E part. So this is the formula. So using this formula we'll find out the value of E. So E minus bias number is 127. For double precision it will change because number of bits you can accommodate in exponent part is not 8. It is 11. We are using single precision format, that's why I have taken 8. So E minus 127 equal to E. E value we know it is 3 over here. You can see. Okay, E is 3. How we got the 3? Because we shifted the bits to the right hand side of the decimal point. 3 bits we shifted, so value of the E became 3. So write that 3 over here. So E will be equal to what? 130. So when you convert 130 into binary, so E equal to 130. When you convert to binary, just do the normal division to find out 130. So 2 6 are 12. 2 5s are 10. 0 will come. Then 2 3s are 6. 2 2s are 4. Here 1 will come. Then again 2 1s are 2 and 2 6s are 12. Here 0 will come. Then 2 8s are 16. Here 0 will come. Here then 2 4s are 8. Here also 0 will come. Here 2 2s are 4. So here also 0 will come. 2 1s are 1. So here 0 will come. So read it in the reverse position like this. So number is what? 1 0 0 0 0 0 1 0. So total 8 bits we got. So 113 binary is 1 triple 0 then 0 0 1 0. So I have to write this in E part of my answer like this. And 12.5 is a positive number. So here 0 will come. And remaining is now mantissa. Now what will be the mantissa? You can see the normalized number. For mantissa part, you have to check the normalized number. See the number after the decimal point. That is 10010. Okay, these 5 bits are the mantissa bits. So you have to write these bits as it is in the mantissa. So 10010, 1 2 3 4 5. But total 23 bits should be there in the mantissa section. So all remaining bits you put it as a 0. So that is 18 bits will be 0. Simply put the 0 like this. So this became your, so this is your IEEE 754 floating point representation for 12.5 decimal number. So this way you can represent any number in the single precision format, that is using 32 bits, given any decimal number like 12.5 or any other number you can represent like this. So this is a way to convert decimal number into floating point representation. So this was all about the example 1 on IEEE 754 floating point representation under computer organization and architecture. Thank you.